Hey guys, it's Ron here. I've got an update on the Squier Classic Vibe. So if you watched my review video, I basically ranted and raved about this guitar. But now I've discovered problems. So what happened? The volume pot, after playing the heck out of it for about 3 months, went out. And I took that volume pot apart, seeing if, maybe there was just some junk in it. Maybe the wiper coming apart or something, but well, it was just history. So to make a long story short, I ended up taking the whole guitar apart, and look at how some moron has drilled the holes. They were drilled by hand. The 4 holes for the bridge mounting. This is nighttime here, so I'm gonna get shadows. I've never seen this before. Drilled by hand at a crazy angle. I just can't live with that. Now, the holes for the string through, they're okay. But you know what? If you went and bought American-made Fender, the spacing and all would be better than this. I don't know if this is picking it up too well, but it's not perfect. But yeah, I can live with that. But this I can't. And so, since these were at such a steep angle, I hope you can see this. It has keyholed that hole, since the screw was right up against it, screwed in at an angle. And same thing with that one. These two here are not so bad. These are probably pretty much fine, okay? And so I can't live with that. So what did I do? So I bought, this is the vintage Fender USA. Okay, made in USA. I got that. And I got all new pots. I bought the premium pot wiring kit from Stu Mac. Okay. And then I had to buy the Fender vintage plate, the control plate, because the holes are bigger. So I've got the CTS pots, USA made switch. But to my surprise, this plate, genuine Fender, made in South Korea. Now this plate here, this is the Squier plate, okay? It's quite a bit thicker and heavier than the Fender. But I didn't want to drill this plate out. I don't know if it makes any difference or not that this is thicker. Now the switch, there we go, is different. It doesn't have the external spring like the Fender does. But the feel of this switch versus the USA switch is just as good. And I've really looked this thing over, and I would say the switch probably is every bit as good as the Fender USA one. And then I've got the orange drops. Vintage wiring, the whole thing. That's just how I roll. So what I'm going to have to do is, I'm using these saddles in the new bridge plate because I like them a lot. So I'm going to put those in there, and so I'm going to have to glue these sticks in here with tight bond, and then get it trimmed down. And these are a good fit. They don't fit too tight. They fit just right where there'll be enough room for the glue around there. And you know, I'm gonna then cut it down, and you know, I've got a little bit of work to do here, but this is no big deal. I've contemplated replacing these pickups, but I actually like the sound of them, and I actually really want to see what improvements we're going to get just from changing the pots. And, you know, is there going to be a difference in sound with this plate versus this one? I'll tell you, this one here, it almost seems like it's heavier gauge steel also, just like the control plate. But it could just be because of the heavy chrome plating, which this dude doesn't have. Okay. So there you go. This is definitely a dilemma.